am Reverend Father Asue Emmanuel of the Catholic Diocese of Boko, Nigeria, in Benue State. I liken my calling into the Catholic priesthood to the calling of Jeremiah and the prophet Amos. Jeremiah would tell us that he was not prepared in the first place to be a prophet of God, but because God overpowered him, he obliged to be God's prophet. I try my best to pattern my life on Jesus. And I love that song, that Catholic hymnal that says he's a pattern for me. If we are to be true Christians, and that is what we are called to be Christ-like, means you are not another Christ, it means I'm another Christ. So the values and the life of Jesus should reflect in my life. And Christ practices what he preaches. What he says, he lives it out. So if you ask me how I live my Christian life, I try to see that what I preach, the values of the gospel precepts, are reflected in my physical life, as Jesus himself would do. He emptied himself, he became poor in order to make us rich. He will always have compassion. Living our faith in practice, making even the prayers we verbalize to God practical in the lives of people. You cannot say to be a prayerful person and then you are not imparting in the physical, in the lives of people. I have mentioned in the course of the interview that we do a head program. We have over 200 and something people under scholarship whom we are paying school fees through the lean resources that God has placed in our hands. We do an empowerment program. I don't want to call the amount of money it will be running into. We give food to the hungry. We visit the prisons like twice almost every year. We do our best to, like when people give donations, we share to those who are in need, schools and the needy. The school of deaf and dumb, we do our best. Though it's a government school, we do our best to reach out to them. I should think this is what Jesus wants, and this is the life Jesus lived. So if you ask me, our Christianity should be practical. You cannot you cannot say to me you are a good Christian just by your word. Let your word tally with what you do. Just like his word says, James would say, show me your faith, and myself, by my action, I will show you what faith I have in God. So faith has to match with what? With action.
Child of the living God, let's welcome every one of you to the official launching of Father Emmanuel Asue, Partners, popularly known as Freebas. We thank you for being here, and we hope that as we have united in faith, God in heaven will shower his blessing upon every member of this platform. Soon enough, we'll be having buses that will become veiling us when we are on evangelical work. We ought to have developments in different areas to tackle the issue of employment in our society. So some of the activities that we will be doing will involve livestock processing factories or companies. So we ought to come together and do a lot of activities that we unite us together and make another one happy. A lot of activities will be happening in this platform. We will not be putting much burden on God's children, but whatever project we embarked on, we pray that may the good Lord bless everyone who has voluntarily joined this platform. You will never lack. As you make one smile, so shall you smile. As you bless another person, so shall you be blessed. There are lots of unemployment in our society. We wish to make this platform one of its kind. Let's make another one smile. We believe and we know that with God we will join hands together with the priest, Reverend Father Emmanuel Asue, to uplift the good work which he is doing in the life of people. You are blessed, you are blessed, you are blessed. Welcome to the family of Free Pass. Thank you all.
The prime project is winning of souls, and the physical project is the church, a physical church we are building, because it's members of Christ's body that are the church. But then we need to worship God in a physical church. So the church we have on ground is unbefitting for the glory of God. So to his glory, we have embarked on a church that is befitting for our God. We are on with it. To the glory of God, we have finished the marital work. We are intending to build a grotto to our Mother Mary. If God permits, we shall have the statue of Our Lady of Perpetual Help. It is our intention, and we believe that God will grant us that fulfillment. I'd like to, at this point, thank all those who are supporting God's work and God's evangelization. Because I have not sought permission from them, I will not call their names, but people, I reserve special thanks in my heart for them. They have been of great and tremendous help to the project. I'd like to thank them from my heart and to thank God's people. The pilgrims who come to pray with us, they have been very supportive. The local community has been supportive. We thank them. At the time when we started the church, by now my car would have been in the hands of somebody else, because I placed it on sale in order to build a church. But somebody said, "No, Father, you cannot go without a car." When I mentioned to him, "No, I'm like giving my car out," because funds were no longer coming. And people will attest that the car had been taken to them to buy. An Igbo man had priced the car. He wanted to sell it in order to put money in the church building. If not, that somebody came to our rescue to offer to give money that Father should return his car for pastoral work. So people have been very, very supportive. So we want to use this medium to thank them. We pray that God will bless them, as he himself has said in the book of Haggai chapter 1. The whole of Haggai chapter 1 is about the building of the temple. Our prayers is that God will build them up in blessing, and he will grant a befitting place for them in heaven. Because for us, we do not just preach, goodness here on earth. We do not just preach prosperity here on earth. We are honest and genuine to people. You may have whatsoever opulence, whatsoever beauty in the life here, but what about the life to come? So when we pray for people, we are praying for them that they should find succor, goodness here on earth, and God should be merciful to them to grant them a beatific vision with Him in heaven. So we like to thank God's faithful, those who come all the way from Lagos or the way from everywhere in the country, and at times even from outside of the country. Our brothers from Cameroon, at times they come. We like to thank you. It is our prayer that as you come to pray with us, God will bless you. We are embarking also in land acquisition. We have added land where the new church is under construction. We have bought a big land attached to the fence. So we are believing God that we shall expand and fence even the land that is unfenced. We are believing God also that by the special grace we should be able to produce water for God's people. At least water is life. To see if we could have maybe a bakery so that we feed we can feed people, and then so that people have good potable water. So at least the one that we have been providing from the borehole, perhaps maybe it's not potable enough. So we package water, perhaps maybe for a few. And we are believing God. We are believing God that water that will come out of here will be a blessing to people. That the sick will take and be healed. That it will bring tremendous blessing in the lives of His people. Because we'll always be praying. Yes, it will be coming from under the earth. But just as God Himself created the pool of Bethesda in John's Gospel chapter 5, where the infirm washed and were made whole, there is nothing that God cannot do. He can bless that water from the table, water that comes out of this place. People will take and they will have testimonies. They will be blessed. It will chase away demons and forces of darkness. So we are praying that with God's help, perhaps maybe we will achieve all that, and we know that God will grant us a grace.